Bots have recently become a very good way of training in Rocket League, and today I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why that is. If at any point you want to download these community-made bots, there's a link in the description to the download as well as a video on how to set it up if you need it. So, the first reason to train against bots like Nexto or any of the other ones that we'll show here is that they expose your weaknesses. They're really good at it. And when they expose your weaknesses, that means that it's really easy to know what you need to work on. So like there, he just jumped up right before me. Like I was really slow in deciding to jump for this, and he was just way faster. So it's like, oh, right there's a mistake that I can work on and fix. And the reason that the bots have an advantage over human players in this kind of scenario is that if you've ever played a human player, you'll know this. Human players get bored. If they're a lot better than you, they will start doing either one of two things. They will either start going easy on you, and you sort of don't get that challenge that you're looking for, or they get bored and start like trying to freestyle on you, or they'll try and like, I don't know, flip reset or something. Like it's not great. But bots, they don't do that. They will always go 100% all the time. Yeah, see, Nexto has no problem scoring 3 goals on me in the first minute. And he'll keep scoring at that rate the entire game. Now, you may have noticed that he's a lot better than me. And so, while he's exposing my weaknesses, not only do I realize the mistakes I'm making, but I see the right way to do things. So like here, like the way that he flicks the ball, I wouldn't be able to observe that in any of my ranked matches because no one's that good that I play against. Because I'm not that good. So you have access to like observing way better players and moves and hits and like that power shot he got at the end there. Like he got a lot of power on this last hit. And you can kind of see he just tilted his car up at the very end, it looked like. Anyway, there's things that you can learn. So the second reason to train against bots is you can choose the skill level of your opponent. That's something you can't do against human players in ranked. And so I picked a bunch of bots to put on the field here, and we have a very wide range of skill levels. I think this little guy's only silver 2. But yeah, you can pick from whichever ranks you want, and there's actually a list of their estimated ranks on the RLBot Discord. I have a picture of it here. And you'll notice there's a lot more choices available at like plat rank and below. So if you're kind of in that area, you get a lot more options than some of the higher ranked players. So this is Nexto that I've chosen to play against. He's like Nexto's younger cousin. He's a little bit easier. And I actually have a slightly better chance of winning against him than Nexto. Ooh! Oh, I missed. But yeah, it's really cool that you can actually like choose the skill level of your opponent and effectively manage like how much of a challenge you want and how much of a challenge you're willing to play against based on like how you feel like training right then, you know? The third reason is it's a great way to practice things you're working on. So here I'm up against Element, and Element is slightly worse than me, only slightly, and so he's a great way for me to practice something that I'm not very good at, which is earlier challenges. Ooh, is that a goal? Nice. Because there's some things that you just can't practice in free play, like earlier challenges, and it's sort of difficult to practice against your normal ranked opponents or even your normal casual opponents, because casual can be really sweaty sometimes. So being able to go against an easier opponent to practice something is a really valuable tool. Like there, I waited too long. But fortunately, it's only 1-1 because he's a little bit easier. And because it's not an online match, there is no MMR involved. So I don't need to worry about losing MMR, or, you know, if I'm like really bad at earlier challenges, just like getting, you know, losing 3 matches in a row and ranking down or whatever. It's just like, it's totally a learning environment. So the fourth reason is that it's legit. Now, I could understand if some of you are hesitant to use this program and play against the bots. If you're like, I don't know, there's this program and it starts Rocket League all by itself, and like, isn't it like a little bit weird or something? And the answer is no, actually. So our RL bot has actually been provided with a special flag by Psyonix. You can see this. This is the fact on the RL bot site. And they are allowed to start the game in a special way using that flag. So it actually prevents it from going online. And in fact, if we pause here, you can look down here at the XP bar and you'll notice it's weird in yellow. And that's because it's not showing the rocket pass, which only shows up if you're online. So it starts offline. They have like a little special API for running the bots through the game. And so Psyonix has provided them with these tools, and that's pretty cool in my opinion. And because it's legit, that means that it has some longevity to it. So it has the ability to stick around for a while, because it's not just going to get like deleted randomly or broken or something by an update. It actually has some inbuilt ways that it's supposed to work. And speaking of the longevity, in fact, there are people working on a SSL bot at this very moment. The people that made the Nexto bot, that was the first one we went against, they're trying to make an SSL. And like, I don't know about you guys, but I have never had even the opportunity of going against an SSL. Score it. So like, to be able to go against a bot like that would be super, super cool. And speaking of the how it has the flag and stuff, and it starts it in an offline mode, if you do want to go back and start it in online mode, make sure to close out the offline Rocket League that's been started with the special flag, close RL bot, and then close the command line before you start it through whatever your normal means are. And that'll just make sure that there's no confusion between things. I do have one piece of advice about playing bots, and that is that I recommend playing against real players every so often to kind of break it up, because otherwise you could get too used to how a bot plays and sort of make bad habits, and it might get too easy, you know. If you like know that a specific bot is really slow, then maybe you start getting lazy with how you approach the goal or something. And so it's a really good idea to periodically just play against human players so you don't start building those bad habits. So just load up a game against human players periodically, and that'll keep you well-rounded. And playing against real players is the ultimate end goal anyway, so it can be kind of a good way to track your progress as you train against the bots. So the fifth reason is, it's fun. And I mean that seriously, like, it's not a throwaway reason. I genuinely think that it's a fun way to improve, and it's a genuine reason why I think you should give it a try. It's... He's quick chatting, need boost. That's funny. They don't all quick chat, but this one does. But yeah, it's really interesting seeing like all the things that bots can do, and like what they can do differently than humans, and what they can do better and worse, and also the fact that they're even as machine learning Rocket League robots. Like, that's just really cool to me. But there you have it. That's another tool in your tool belt for improving at Rocket League. The 5 reasons why I think you should... Oh, he said another thing. Whew. I guess because I didn't score. But yeah, that's the 5 reasons why I think you should try out training against bots in Rocket League. And don't forget, there is a link in the description to download this and how to set it up. And it's pretty easy. But that's gonna do it from me. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a little bit of something, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.